Hello and welcome to the channel, guys. As you've probably guessed it, we're not doing any actual building today because it's just me. Not only is Keith away again for work, but it's the middle of winter. So today we're going to be breaking down all the money that we spent on this bus. For those of you who might be wondering how much it might cost you to do your own Skoolie conversion, right? We're also might do some comparisons at the end of how much it would cost to just flat out buy one that's already done. And check those out. But yeah, let's go somewhere where it's a little warmer and let's pull out these receipts and talk about it. Welcome to my office. This is where all the editing magic happens, over here in this little corner. But this is what we got. Okay, I got the breakdown of everything in different categories. I got the receipts that we were able to find. Keep in mind that there are some things that we didn't really have receipts for, or maybe they got lost along the way. So, okay. Also, before we begin, everything is with the Canadian dollar. All right. So we bought the bus last March, I think. So we didn't even work on it or start building, so we haven't been building it for a full year yet. Also been kind of limited with how much we can build and when we can build, because we weren't living near the bus when we first got it. So we're making lengthy road trips to come down here and do whatever we could within like a weekend or something like that. So technically, if we were on site with the bus all the time, we probably would have spent more and we probably would have had a lot more work done on the bus. But, you know, got to do what you got to do. So let's break it down. I broke it down into parts: steel, plywood, floor, and the bus. Okay, so our bus cost us $6,500. Okay, not bad for a very long bus. I think it's what, like a 75-seater bus or something like that. It's very large bus, exactly what we're looking for. So parts would be like the rust treatment that we painted the floors with, like tools, gadgets, all that kind of stuff. Any receipt that I found from like Princess Auto or Napa, I consider that parts. Sorry.
I'm just a girl.
But, okay, so for parts, we were sitting at $2,336.32. All right. Moving on to the steel. What did we use the steel for? We used it for like patchwork on the bus, for really bad rust spots. We used it to make like custom window frames and the roof raise. Okay. So steel cost us $2,457.43. Okay. Okay, moving on to plywood. Plywood wasn't too bad. Was not too bad. Only about $700 for the plywood. Okay, that's like what we put on the floors. Floor insulation, $400 for the whole floor. Not bad, not bad. Yes. So with the parts, steel, plywood, floor, and the bus itself, we're sitting at just over $12,000. Okay, so we're going to round up, though. We're going to round up to $15,000 because that total didn't include the stove, the sink, or the water tank that was purchased. And I'm sure there's other receipts and stuff that we lost along the way. So we're just going to, for good measure, $15K. That's not bad, especially considering the fact that we haven't paid anybody to do any of the labor for us. Keith has been a one-man show pretty much, and then I'm just like the helper and like, you know, the girl behind the scenes doing the editing and, you know, posting to YouTube and stuff like that. So could you imagine if we had hired people to do like the roof raise, for example? Wow. So we save a lot of money when it comes to labor fees. Okay, so after I had tallied everything up and kind of got an idea of how much we've spent on average for our first year, I went ahead and I went to Facebook Marketplace just to kind of poke around and see what like fully built finished buses are going for right now. And when we're talking about like a short bus, a bus that's like more than half of the size of the one that we have, I found two fully loaded ones. One was $22,000. The other one was $30,000 for a bus that isn't even comparable to the size of bus that we have. Okay. And then I found one bus that was similar in size to ours, still not quite as big as ours. It was $72,000. Ugh. my God. So I didn't do a crazy deep dive on these buses or the people that were selling them, but I'm interested to know if this is like a business of theirs. Like would building school buses for other people be a profitable business, do you think? And I also want to know, like, if there was anything wrong with them. Was there anything that needed to be fixed? Like, I want to kind of know how much it cost this bus that's for sale for $72,000. I kind of want to know how much money they put into that bus, right? Just to have a better idea of how much these things are really worth. But yeah, $72,000. That's insane. And our bus, which is bigger than that one, is only sitting at 15K so far. Now, we're not finished, right? We're not anywhere close to being finished right now. But I'm very interested to see how much we do end up spending on this when everything is all said and done. I'm excited. But yeah, there's that. Hopefully that gives anybody that is, you know, thinking of maybe doing this in the future, like a better idea of how much it might cost you to do it yourself. Short bus might be the way to go if you're trying to save money, because less material. Anyways, but yeah, that is it for today's video. My apologies again for us not really doing bus content at the moment. Keith comes home, I think, in about 3 weeks or so. And as far as the channel goes, we might not be putting out content every single week like we were in the beginning, because I'm sure you guys don't want to just see me sit here and yap into the camera every single week. I do not want to make a habit of that. I prefer our Skoolie channel to be about our Skoolie and the build. So if we're not as consistent as we were when we first started up, again, my apologies. We're kind of just working with what we got, with Keith being away a lot, you know, and money. We just finished the holidays and it's winter. But we're hoping that by the end of this month, we will get back to doing something on the bus again. I think up next we have wiring. I know we need to do wiring. I'm just not sure if that's going to be our next job for the bus, but hopefully we can get things rolling here in the next couple of weeks. Until then, thank you so much for the continued support. Happy New Year. I hope that everybody had a wonderful holiday, and we will see you in the next video.